Do your police think it's funny while I'm sitting here waiting while they just sit on the truth? You've tortured me. You tortured my ex-wife. You tortured many people. People have been hurt. You will not investigate. All you do is put me in jail, stalk me, or try to hurt me again. You're threatening my life. If you don't like somebody, you let them leave. You don't just hold them, make them sit in your county and torture somebody. I'm going to show you many people who know the truth, who know I'm telling the truth, and they're watching you willfully lie about the police faking my daughter's death so your Carter County police could torture me. I want you to remember that when they put you in jail. I hate you.
The attacks of September 11th have generated a lot of crazy theories over the years, but the strangest to me are the ones that claim that the tragedy was predicted in various music albums. Let's begin with Slayer's God Hates Us All. So as far as I can tell, this theory was first mentioned on the Howard Stern radio program on November 14th, 2003. An associate producer for the show, Casey Armstrong, told Howard his theory that Slayer's ninth album, God Hates Us All, predicted 9/11. So up next we have System of a Down with their second album, Toxicity, originally released on September 4th, 2001. Now it's hard to pinpoint where this theory came from, but I found a 2009 post on the website Fluther. The user Darbio16 poses the question, did this album predict 9/11, and then lists 5 pieces of evidence starting with the record label featuring an upside down American flag. Other evidence included the fact that the album was released a week before the attacks. The lyrics to the song Jet Pilot are reminiscent of 9/11. The song ATWA is based on the terrorist Ali Atwa. Radiohead's Kid A is the soundtrack to the attacks. This theory originates from the 2005 book Killing Yourself to Live, 85% of a true story. 23rd album, Heathen. And like Kid A, this theory is way more interpretive than literal. Because it was released in June of 2002, some saw the lyrics and the overall tone of the album to be in response to the attacks. Just take a look at some of the lyrics on the first song. Wilco's 4th album, Yankee Hotel Foxtrot, and it's not so much a theory as an interesting coincidence. Even though the album was written and recorded before the attacks, music critic Jeff Goldner wrote in his 2002 review that it's the first album that really captures the free-floating anxiety of September 11. Out of the Loop by the duo I Am the World Trade Center, which is already kind of strange. So besides that, if you look at the title of track 11, you'll see that it's called September, and the album was released in July of 2001. 1987, Michael Jackson released a remix album titled Blood on the Dance Floor, and while it was seen as a commercial disappointment at the time, it was only after the attacks that people saw the cover as a prediction of 9/11. So if we look at the cover, Michael is dancing in front of a generic cityscape with one of the buildings bearing a resemblance to the Twin Towers. Now, if you look at his arms as if they're an analog clock, he is pointing to 9 and 11. Moving on to the third live album by the progressive metal band Dream Theater, we have Live Scenes from New York. And this was originally released, and I kid you not, on September 11th, 2001. The cover art depicts an apple wrapped in barbed wire and the New York City skyline in flames. Supposedly this was in reference to the band's 1992 album. The next day, on September 12th, the drummer wrote a statement on the band's website. He wanted to make it explicitly clear that it was all an unfortunate coincidence.